Okay, what happened is the video that I was going to put out for today didn't go to plan, so I panicked, and that's why I am doing another art portfolio tour so soon. I wasn't going to do this, but oh, yuck. What is that? Insects. Yuck. Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by that squished insect on my folder, I'm just gonna give you a art portfolio tour today. This is one I completed a while back. Like I have plans to do these anyway, but yeah, you're seeing this one because I failed at my last art thing, so I've got to try and fix it. Okay, let's get started, shall we? All right, so this is book number 2. I like to put all my art into a folder, yeah, and then just store it on a shelf somewhere. So this is the title of it, the front page, which I drew just for something, like it's just a monster drawing or writing this. That's how I done it. So her face is just a skull, and she's got bits like her skin's just peeled off. So yeah. Alright, so the first one in this folder was when I done the Rick and Morty challenge video. I drew myself in as a character because I love Rick and Morty. It's my favorite cartoon. Love it. So yeah, that's me. And there's Rick, there's Morty, and we are running from, you know, some monster that's squirting blood. You know, obviously we've done something to it and we're running because we've aggravated it. But yeah, that was my illustration that I did in alcohol markers. Alright, this one here is from Christmas. I did a Christmas elf with, you know, a toy, an axe with blood on it, and you can only imagine what is in that bag. I'll let your imaginations, you know, wander. So that was my Christmas picture. Now this picture is what I drew from my friend's dream. She told me about this at Christmas time. She came up and said, I had a dream the other night that you know, rats were, you know, running around with limbs in their mouths. Koalas are running around with limbs in their mouths. So I just decided to do a rat because yeah, just rats are more terrifying than koalas, so yeah, that's what I did there. These two are just, you know, watercolor with metallic marker. This one's metallic marker background. Alright, so these are two of my favorites in here. I made these as a pair. This one you've seen on Instagram. He is the male zombie. He's done in alcohol marker, and then I did the gold background. It was a gold Sharpie. So yeah, I really like him. He is one of my favorites, and this is his girlfriend. And I really like her. Like yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it, and I want to do some more of these sort of zombie ones. And yeah, so that's those two. So yeah, I just really like these two. These are like probably, you know, my favorite marker illustrations. Okay, so this one's a watercolor piece. This one is like an Alice in Wonderland type sort of one with she's been slain, so she's got a monster head there. Some little mushrooms, you know, around. Yep. And this is another attempt at pastels because pastels frighten me. This is a little Frankenstein I did in pastels. Now this is from December's Scrawler box. This was what I did with pastel highlighters. Yeah, it's not the best. And this one here is a pencil drawing. I've done it with lead and red lead. I don't know what that is. It's just some sort of creature, and I used some metallic Sharpie on that. The rib cage is a bit off, like there's a little bit of symmetry issues there, but we'll just ignore that. Alright, so this is my Beetlejuice. I'm not a huge fan of this. This was alcohol marker. Yeah, not a huge fan. I think I used alcohol marker, then I used a bit of watercolor just to put down here. Like, it's alright, but yeah. And this here was a complete disaster. I don't know what I was thinking with this. I really don't like this piece. It is a bit of watercolor and alcohol marker, and I started to run out of my green alcohol marker, and yeah, that's why it's like really sort of blotchy. I didn't do that on purpose. That's just from the marker running out. Now this is from my Tim Burton style character design video that I did. I just I felt like designing a Tim Burton character. So that's her there. And I think I called her Agatha. I think that was her name. And this one is, as you see, a zombie hand holding onto a stick that's got a skull on it with some very tealy hair. And that's watercolor. Both of these are watercolors, so yeah. Now I hate this. I'm hoping to do another better one soon. But this was my Meet the Artist. It's just shit. It's, oh my god, I really rushed to do Benny. I really should have took my time, but yeah, I'm not real good with birds unless they're evil birds. So yeah, that's me there. That's my Meet the Artist. And this is another watercolor illustration. I don't mind. I do like this one. This one is like, I drew this one because I felt like I was losing my mind there at one stage, and this was my way of yeah, representing that. So this is from my Draw Your Car challenge. Pastels. Yeah, it's not the best. There's a lot of angle issues with that piece. I hate this. This was supposed to be for a video that never went to my channel. I ended up deleting it, but I got this far and hated it, so that's, yeah, scrapped it and scrapped the video. Now this little guy is from I can't remember what video, but yeah, I drew like a pig monster. Yeah, it's watercolor. I like that one. I do like that one. And this was from January's Scrawler box. I was so excited when I saw Pro markers in the box, and I really like this illustration. I really like it. Yeah, love it. These were just a monstrosity, which I've still got to do another video for. These was experimenting with twistables, Mont twistables. These were both for a video that never made it to my channel because look at that is disgusting. Like, what was I thinking? It was just sort of getting a handle on like how to even use these twistables. Yeah, I might revisit that. Okay, so these are just, yeah, these were the swatches for the twistables. They're like a pastel, like a oil pastel consistency, but they're watercolor, so you can like, yeah, use them as watercolors. So I might just do a video. I might actually just use them as watercolors, I think. All right, so this is my Smurf, my evil Smurf, monster, and yeah, I do like him. I do like him. Once again, this was from a video that I did, a one pastel pencil challenge. It's okay. I just really need to work on pastels. I am not really good with using pastels. So I'm quite terrified. Like they're an art supply that I'm absolutely terrified of. So I gotta try and, you know, learn to use them more, I think. This is from my pointillism video that I did. I did a video on acrylic pointillism, and this is all acrylic, and I like it because it's really textured. Feels really cool. But yeah, I gave pointillism a go, and it's pretty cool. I really do like doing that sort of method, and I think I might do that again in the future. And these are some of my experiments with pointillism, using watercolors and using markers as well, because I wanted to see how I was going to be able to do pointillism, and yeah, I worked out that acrylic was probably going to be the easiest. Now this is from February's Scrawler box. This was an absolute disaster as well. I tried to do something nice. I tried to do my Quaker parrots, and yeah, I've just worked out that I can't do anything nice. So that's why that video was a complete fail. Now this is one of my favorite watercolor pictures. It's just a zombie girl lifting at her brain. And yeah, I do like this picture. This is like one of my favorites. And this is one of my favorites as well. This was from my calligraphy video. I did a calligraphy drawing. It turned out bad. Well, it went in a good direction. It's like a happy accident, because the calligraphy pens were clogged, and yeah, it sort of caused me to use them in a different way. And this picture sort of, like, I did have this as an idea in my head, like, and I reckon I executed this pretty much to, you know, what I really wanted to achieve. So yeah, that is one of my favorite pictures right there. Now this is my favorite black picture. I love this bird. I love it so much. What it is, it's a vulture head with half a skeleton body. So it's just like the skeleton was cut in half. So it's just half of him sitting there. So that was really creepy. Like that took me a couple of hours to draw that. Yeah. And this is my crazy llama. That was, yeah, my little llama. Blood everywhere. Now this was from my video where I turned a Salvador Dali picture into how I would draw his, The Temptation of Saint Anthony. Is it Saint Anthony? I think that's what it's called. Shit, gone blank. Anyway, well that's it, done in watercolor. And this one's one of my favorites as well. I love this. It's just a monster skewering his, you know, he's killed other monsters and he's just putting their heads on a skewer as like a trophy kebab. And this is another one. I'm not a huge fan of this one. Like this one's alright. But this was from my recreating a Mr. Revenge picture, because I'm a huge fan of Mr. Revenge, and I did a recreation of one of his illustrations. And yeah, that's it there. So, oh, this is March's Scrawler box. This was turning, like, doing a colouring in book. And what you don't know is that was my first attempt. Yeah, that was my first attempt at doing a enchantress, and I didn't like it, so I ended up doing that. So that's the one that you guys saw. But I haven't done any more. Yeah, I've got to do that, because this gave me a new appreciation for colouring in pencils, which I really, you know, I'm not a fan of them. I just flat out just don't like colouring in pencils. Now this, I love this illustration, I really do. I love the face of this cat. Every time I look at it, it just makes me laugh. This was from a video I did where I just, you know, that was my hand, and I drew my hand, you know, turfing out an evil kitty who is transforming into a demon. I love that face. I love that face. That is such a funny illustration, that one. Now this one is, because I'm watching Adventure Time, well I still am watching Adventure Time, but I started watching Adventure Time and I wanted to do another video where I drew myself into the cartoon, so I did, and there's me as an Adventure Time character with Jake and Finn. So that's alcohol markers, that is. And here is my illustration, my watercolor illustration that I did, to say thank you for you know, people subbing on my YouTube channel. I ended up with 100 subs and I'm very grateful for that. Like, that was awesome. So I did a little thank you video. Yeah, it's quite funny with the her arms broken off and the dog's on the lead that's in her hand and he's just going up with the balloons. I like that, that's funny. And this was the first illustration that I did with my new Mont tube watercolors. And yeah, I don't mind that. That's I don't mind that illustration at all. And this here, the last of them all, is all my star sign pictures that I did. Yeah, I've just stored them in there for now. And yeah, all these watercolor ones that I did for each star sign, each zodiac sign. Yeah, that's it. That's it, boys and girls. Alright. Oh, that's nothing, that's just paper out of the front. So yeah, that was my art portfolio tour. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully I can come back with this bloody picture that I am trying to fix, and hopefully I can fix it so I can release that video next week. So see you guys in the next video. Bye.